seen this on the BBC for years and years, somebody opening a corned beef tin, but I'm bringing it back. I mean, yeah, it does look a bit like cat food, but
it's delicious.
Ignore that, it's really delicious. While you cut the onion, I'll just roughly chop up the corned beef. I did practice yesterday, and they were edible. I mean, I can't give you any more than that, but they were edible. Now, do you think we need to heat this corned beef up or not?
I should do what your mother did.
Okay, well, let's put that in there for a little bit then.
The corned beef goes into those lovely sautéed onions.
And mash it down.
Mash it down so there's no lumps in it.
Now bind it all together with some mashed potato.
Now, ideally, we'd put this mixture in the fridge to harden for half an hour.
But
we're doing express today.
And what else has got to go in there?
So all we'll do is the herbs. I don't think you can overherb. Can you overherb?
Yes, you can.
Right, okay, you can overherb. This is the secret ingredient. And Mum just add just a couple of squirts. This is bringing everything down to base level now, isn't it?
Looks good.
And then we have to taste, don't we, as we go?
I won't forget.
So if we get a little teaspoon, maybe?
Or even a nice big spoon.
Well, I mean, is that quite nice?
That is absolutely delicious.
Oh, perfect. We'll just and then
Last step is to shape and dip the mixture into flour and egg. Then a generous coating of breadcrumbs and straight it into a hot pan.
And the fact that they're not a perfect shape makes everyone think that they are homemade.
I know everything's about presentation, but actually, just close your eyes and taste them. You're going to love them. Do they look ready?
They certainly do.
I mean, they don't look the prettiest, but they are very tasty.
Well, actually, I'm impressed. Despite being a bit World War II, I bet those whistles will be very popular later. But I'm not ready to let Alex go yet. She's still got to finish that delicious white chocolate cake.
Now just feel that, how lovely and moist it is.
Oh, wow.
It's a bit of all right. Now, cherry jam. Spread it all round.
Now for our brandy cream.
Parfish?
That's plenty. Yeah, that's it.
That looks delicious. Gently.
Look at the size of it.
Wow.
And it oozes out. That's what matters, and it's good.
We're almost there. Alex is about to pipe a cake for the very first time.
You do it up like that,
Yep.
and then we go down like that, all the way around. And down. Out and down. Very quick to learn.
Wow. Thank you. I don't think I've ever concentrated this much on anything.
And you've just got enough to finish. That's right. That's it. Very, very good.
Topped with some white chocolate shavings and a few Christmas touches.
Come on, you can't go wrong with that, can you? I can't believe that I've made a cake with Mary Berry and it's worked. Look.
And everybody's going to say, did you really make it? And I shall say, of course you did.
Yes.
I'm absolutely chuffed for Alex. The cake is bound to be a hit. Now it's my turn, from one party centrepiece to another.
Nothing says Christmas like a glazed ham. It's popular with everybody. And I've got a rather interesting way of doing it. I've got a beautiful piece of gammon here. And I'm going to cook it very slowly, but I'm cooking it in ginger beer, which gives it a lovely depth of flavour. Then I'm going to glaze it with a ginger syrup and chopped ginger beer.
Pop the ham into a large saucepan and cover with 600 ml of ginger beer.
Now the ginger beer won't quite cover it, and ham, so what I'm going to do is to make it up with water just until it comes to the top of the string there. That's it.
Turn up the heat and wait for it to come to the boil.
Now a good sauce to go with it. Mustard is a natural marriage with ham.
I'm using whole grain and Dijon mustard for this one. 2 tablespoons of each. Then 200 grams of creme fraiche and 6 tablespoons of mayonnaise.
That's it.
Finish with seasoning and a sprinkle of sugar.
And you can keep this all over Christmas in the fridge and it'll keep for 2 weeks. I bet the ham's gone by then.
By now, the ham should have come to the boil. Turn it right down and let it simmer. If it's a 3 kilogram ham, like this one, leave it for just over 2 hours.
This has been such a wonderful smell. Been wafting through the house. I think 1 or 2 people think they're getting it for supper, but they're not. I'm saving it for that party. So, off with the lid.
I'm finishing the ham off in the oven. First, I need to get rid of the string and remove the outer layer. Do it when it's hot and it will come off easily. Score the skin, ready for that lovely Christmas glaze. Simply pour over the syrup from a jar of stem ginger. Delicious.
And then I've chopped some of the ginger. And I'm going to pat that over the top. And it will go a beautiful golden brown. And it's just a little bit different.
Set the oven at 220 fan and cook it for about 25 minutes.
Just look at that. Great for Christmas, great for New Year. And it smells just wonderful. I'm just going to serve it now on the plate. On it goes. And there's a little bit on the edge here that's got my name in it. It's this gorgeous, rich golden brown. I don't know if you could hear that crunch, but it's become crispy on top, and I think that looks positively real.
That's the ham. But I couldn't imagine throwing a Christmas party without making a pavlova. Is there anyone more perfect to cook it than the country's best loved ballerina?
I'm slightly worried about cooking for Mary Berry. I'd be very happy to cook with her, and that she will direct me. I can't say I'm a natural, so I'm worried that she's going to be quite disappointed.
So together we're going to cook a pavlova for the party, and it's going to be pear and hazelnut with a bit of chocolate around the outside.
Oh, that sounds delicious. I've never done one like that before.
To make the pavlova just that little bit more festive, we're going to shape it like a Christmas wreath.
All the way around the outside like that. Let's see if that's done.
Perfect.
Yep, that's perfect.
And it's fitting that Darcy's making the meringue. This one has 6 egg whites whisked until they take on a cloud-like appearance. Gradually add 375 grams of caster sugar.
The next one. Until you get to the bottom. Okay.
What? What's this?
We've got to get it all in.
Oh, I see.
I think that's a little more sugar than my ballet dancing friend was expecting.
Oh, I'm dropping the
Go
sugar.
a little bit faster.
Okay.
I have made a pavlova before, not on my own. No, my mum is a big pavlova maker. They'd always be vast, these giant things. They'd never turn out the way she always wanted, but I think because she's a bit of a perfectionist. So I'm very happy I'm with Mary.
Job done. Now I want to show you what we've been aiming for. What we really want is that it's absolutely at peaks. Can you see? That's That's a pretty good example.
Excellent.
And also, it's really rather fun to just perhaps test it.
No way, no way, no way.
Oh, no, I won't do it on you.
Oh, I see.
I wouldn't dare. It's quite fun. Just
You can
to...
literally upset. Oh
And
my.
you see, that is really, really stiff.
Finished with corn flour mixed with white wine vinegar.
And the reason for adding it is that we want it a little bit soft and chewy in the middle. And that makes it soft and chewy.
Now for the fun bit. Creating our gorgeous Christmas wreath.
A little bit pressure.
That's right, and then we can push it.
Okay, we can push it around. I wish I had been secretly practicing, but no. I know, when I put my head down, I can actually come up with good results.
You're quite methodical, aren't you?
I know, it's really annoying.
No.
I can cook. You know, give me a barbecue, I'm really happy.
That is a perfect wreath. But we're going to put loads of cream and also some hazelnut. So let's just make a little trench.
Oh,
All the way along there. All the way around.
should I push that back?
Go on. Little perfectionist.
Hopefully now to come
That's it. There we are. Oh, look at that. That is absolutely perfect. So I'm going to open the oven door for you.
Thank you.
I've preheated the oven to 140 Faranheit. As soon as it's in, drop the temperature to 120 Faranheit and cook for a further hour. Then turn it off and leave the pavlova to cool slowly inside.
Are you proud of that?
I'm very proud.
Now we come to the fun part because we're going to decorate it.
For the filling, it's equal parts Greek yogurt and whipped double cream
A little bit of vanilla.
and icing sugar.
So I want to know if my skills are any good.
I think your skills are brilliant.
Really?
I know that if you asked me to dance, I wouldn't be able to do a step. And here you are, making this meringue and making it so beautiful.
You'd be doing millions of beautiful steps. I know you would.
Add some syrupy sweet tin pears.
And then gently fold that together.
And now we've got to try and get it in that.
Exactly.
Okay. Please supervise.
Just go all the way around.
Darcy's danced in front of thousands. She can't be scared of cream.
You are really methodical when you do things. You're measuring it out and thinking, I'm not going to run out of mixture.
I don't want a lump anywhere either. It's got to be nice and even. Oh, I got a block.
There you are, a little bit more to go in. Have you a sweet tooth, Darcy?
This is a little.
Top with some of the tin pears and toasted hazelnuts.
And it's our original design.
It is.
That's it. Now, a drizzle of chocolate all over the top. How are you with piping?
I'm rubbish.
What will practice?
No, I'm really rubbish.
No, I'd like to see you doing rubbish on the table. We'll see.
That looks good enough to give it a go.
I'll hide behind it. It'll all be a surprise for me.
Okay.
I'll look away.
Oh, will I? It's not coming out. It's just messy now.
No, it's not.
It is. I got little blobs.
Let's have a look. It's come.
Oh. See, it's the touch. It's the very touch.
You dare not. Come on.
All right. Dun-dun. Are you approving? You're watching
I'm
me.
approving. I think it looks lovely.
Voila.
How about that? Are you proud?
Yeah, really chuffed. I mean, I think it could have been a lot better if you did it, but
I think it looks absolutely brilliant. And you should be really, really proud of it.
Thank you very much.
Well, I think this party's shaping up.
I love Christmas. I am really indulged, and I go to town, and I know how to party. So that is a good thing.
I'm pleased Darcy's a fellow reveller. And there's one other tasty morsel I think she'll love. Small, light, perfect with a glass of champagne. Delicious blinis. This blini recipe is so simple. Just flour, egg and milk. My own special touch is to add some fresh mint and basil.
That just makes it a little bit different, and people know that you haven't bought them.
But cooking them is Darcy's domain.
Now for your next challenge, 10.
Can I fit 10 in there?
I think you will.
Okay.
And also you can have quite fun. If you're doing this sort of thing with children, they can do their initials in batter, they can do all sorts of things. They're good.
No,
They look lovely.
No, I'm not happy with those at all.
Well, they look fine to me. As soon as they bubble, they're ready to flip.
I think you've made a few pancakes in your time.
I have made a lot of pancakes, yes.
Once they're done, top the blinis with whatever takes your fancy. One that always goes down well at my parties is creme fraiche and caramelised onion.
So we ought to try it. Should we have a whole one or half? Whole one.
Whole one. Okay, don't watch.
Just okay, well there. The actual blini itself, I don't know whether you can agree with me, is beautifully soft.
That's very nice.
It's a really good combination.
Another of my favourites is cream cheese, sun-dried tomato, feta and basil.
That's it.
We're going to go for one more. I have to go for the little one.
I'm going to put that one.
How did you do that? That's so beautiful. I can't do it like that. And I've got a really big mouth.
Well done.
That's Darcy done. I'm pleased she liked the blini. I have another bite-sized treat that should also pull them in at the party. My delicious turkey and cranberry burgers.
They're little burgers, and you can eat them in 1 or 2 mouthfuls, and they're absolutely delicious.
Begin by whizzing 2 slices of bread, creating some lovely light breadcrumbs.
Then next, I've got some turkey breast here. I've chopped it in sort of rough pieces, and I'm going to put it in the process till it's in chunky pieces, about the size of coarse mince.
Add the turkey to the breadcrumbs and then pop in 1 tablespoon of chopped chives and another of chopped parsley.
And some well-flavoured cheddar cheese. Choose mature cheddar cheese, as strong as you can get it.
An egg yolk will help to bind, and season it well. It's as simple as that.
And you just work that together until it holds together. And because we've got such a lot of parsley and chives in there, you can really see when it's well mixed together.
Let's get ready to make those burgers.
You're looking at my red nails. Well, it is Christmas, and it's been done specially. They're acrylic and they're not going into the mixture, just in case you thought they were. Right, I'm going to cut that into 12. It's always easy for me to do it like a cake. So, if my arithmetic is right, each one of those I've got to cut into 3.
A good tip is to wet your hands when shaping the burgers. It will stop the mixture from sticking.
In it goes. I like that sizzle. I'm going to aim to just turn them once, so that you get them beautifully brown, and I'll turn the heat down because I want them down in the middle.
The burgers should take no longer than 2 minutes on either side, until they're that delicious looking golden colour.
They look pretty good, don't they? Don't be tempted to cook them for a long time. If you cook them for too long, they'll be dry and hard. And these are going to be absolutely perfect.
Find some little brioche buns, just big enough to hold the burger.
Right, so this is just cranberry sauce. You'll have got some of this ready for the turkey on Christmas Day, so just put some cranberry sauce in that. fit very nicely, and they're very generous. You might even say over generous.
A long slice of sweet dill pickle tops them off.
Put their little crowning glories on top, and they're all ready for the party. A really different way of having cranberry and turkey. I think they'll go like lightning.
Isn't that the perfect Christmas dish? Now I've just enough time to get ready for my next Christmas help.
I don't know how I'm going to impress Mary. How do you impress Mary Berry? I mean, it's going to be an impossible task. I'm just going to listen intently and carefully and just do exactly as I'm told. Oh, how are you? Merry Christmas.
Adel Ray is one of my favourites from Citizen Khan, but I've no idea what his cooking's like.
Welcome to the kitchen.
Thank
and
you
it's
very much.
nice to have a chap here.
Oh,
Too many girls.
well, you say that now. Let's see how you feel after. Of course.
So what sort of cooking do you do over Christmas?
I do get involved, actually. And one of the things I do, I've been doing it the last 3-4 years, is a dark, sticky ginger cake. But I think my family are going, here he comes again with his same ginger cake. I think they're ready for an upgraded version, and Mary, only you can provide.
I got just the ticket to help Adol with his ginger cake upgrade. Hope he's up for all the measuring. 100 grams of plain flour, then half a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda.
How do you level it? Oh, with your finger. Right, okay, there you go. Don't try to be polite, just get your finger in there. All right, next up, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Oh, I love the smell of cinnamon.
Isn't it lovely?
Okay, 1 teaspoon of ground ginger, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. Perfect.
Still more to combine. Now in a separate bowl, add 125 ml of milk to 50 grams of treacle, 75 of light muscovado sugar, and 1 egg.
50 grams of melted butter.
Yes, that's right. So I'm just going to melt that.
You paid your bills, Mary? Or...
No, we won't. Mix that together,
Okay.
and I'll give you the butter in a minute.
Okay. Being from a Muslim family, when I was a kid, we actually didn't do Christmas in ours. It just wasn't a thing. But as we grew up, became teenagers, and said to our mum, "We want to do Christmas. Come on." Okay, here goes the butter.
Then you put the two together.
But there's a big difference. Well, there's 2 big differences. One, we add a bit of spice into almost everything. Okay, so we'll have turkey, but you've got to have a spicy chutney on the side because turkey's too bland. And then the other thing, of course, the family doesn't drink. However, we do get these sort of, they look like wine bottles. It's like fizzy apple juice. And I kid you not, when my mum and my aunt drink 2 glasses of this apple juice, they do get drunk. I don't know how they do it. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. And they tell jokes and they get all giddy and they sing along on apple juice.
Once smooth, Adol needs to pour it carefully into a buttered and lined loaf tin.
There we are. It's going.
That's lovely.
The oven should be set at 160 fan, and it will take about 30 to 35 minutes. Cake's in, now for the trickier bit, the delicious toffee sauce. Add 300 ml of double cream to 75 grams of butter and 100 grams of muscovado sugar, then heat.
I've sort of always wished when I've made a ginger cake that I would be able to make a sauce, and I just never know how to do it. This is just brilliant.
It is brilliant, but you do have to stir it all the time. It's no good thinking you can walk away
Right, okay.
and do something else.
Right, okay.
Make a phone call.
No, you can't do that.
No, you can't.
Can't get on Twitter or something.
No, I don't do that.
No, you don't need Twitter. I'll tell you about it later, Mary. It's fine. It's
So
a fantastic
keep
stuff.
stirring it, and you'll see that the butter will melt first.
Right. Yes. Oh, yeah.
And if you don't stir it, you get a crust on the bottom,
Right.
and it tastes horrible.
Right. Okay.
And so when do you have your Christmas meal? Do you have it at lunchtime?
We have it after the Queen's speech, so Mum wants to watch the speech. This is what happens at Christmas. We watch the Queen's speech, and the Queen will say something really poignant about poverty or things going on in the world in Syria. And we will watch it intently for 10 minutes, and then my mum after she'll go, "Well, the curtains were nice, weren't they? You know, She wore yellow again. So Mum, she just talked about poverty. But, you know, it doesn't matter. So we've still got to watch it.
Yes, but it is rather exciting to see what she wears.
I know.
And wonderful at her age, isn't it?
She's fantastic.
It's nearly there. No, you've got time.
Oh, just the smell of it,
I
Mary.
know, but you mustn't stop. Otherwise,
Okay.
you'll notice the very base will burn. You'll remember this when you're making it
I
home.
really
You'll think
will.
I'm a dragon.
No, this is brilliant because this is the stuff I worry about.
I think that's just about right. Darker in colour and
Oh,
a
look at that.
coating consistency.
Yeah.
I think Adol's ginger cake might just about be ready.
Yes, it's risen. Oh, it's risen. Lovely, here we are.
Looks good, doesn't it? Now to tell that it's done, you put a finger on it there, and gentle, come on, and it comes out again. Try
Oh.
to turn it out. Pull the sides just up to see if it's loose. Then put the cloth on top, turn it round, and put it back on. Come on, it's like, you know.
Right, hang on. So just pull that seat loose. Yeah, that's loose.
It,
Yeah.
yes. Now put the cloth over the top.
Cloth over the top. Yeah. So
That's right.
yeah. All right. Yeah.
And then just flick that out. That's it. That's it. There you are. Now, aren't you proud of that?
I am.
You can have a taste. I'll just get a plate. Just a few spoons. There you
Oh, look
go.
at this. The way you pour it. See, I would have just gone.
Now, you want a spoon?
A spoon.
Please no, I take 2 spoons out, and I know it's so good. It smells absolutely wonderful. There you are. What's the verdict?
Oh my God. That's amazing. Look at that over there.
No, you're in there.
Look.
Well, I'm glad you like it, and you made it all yourself. Go on, you can finish it.
I will now. Oh.
So, we're making it for everybody who's coming, but will you make it for Christmas?
I'm definitely going to make this for Christmas. My family are going to love this. Absolutely adore it. Thank you
Impressing
so
your
much.
mum?
I mean, it takes a lot to impress my mum, but this is going to be that one of those moments. So, thank you very much.
Wasn't Adol a joy? While he goes off to get ready, I want to show you a new favourite of mine. Gorgeous warm tarts filled with squash, cranberry and brie.
These will really impress your guests. They're not expensive, they're easy to make, and I promise there's something very special.
Scatter some diced squash and onion into a big roasting tin.
So a little oil on top.
Season well, then give a good mix before putting them in the oven to cook at 180 Faran for about 25 minutes until they're golden brown.
Right, I've got some filo pastry here. There's one sheet. Spread it out. You don't need to flour underneath it or anything.
Brush the pastry generously with melted butter. Then do the same to the muffin tin.
There we are. Then I'm going to cut this into 9. So take one square and put it down like that, and then put the next square on top at an angle, like that. So as you pick this up, this side is not buttered, and you drop it into the actual case, put it in, and that's it. So simple.
Keep going until they're all done and we're ready for that delicious sweet squash filling. What could be better at Christmas than a dollop of cranberry sauce? Wonderful. Pour in savoury custard made from a couple of beaten eggs and some decadent double cream. And top with some creamy brie.
And that will run and melt over the top.
Sprinkle on some paprika.
Adds the colour and the flavour too.
back in the oven to cook for 20 to 25 minutes at 180 Fahrenheit. And they're ready to serve. There we go. I think those look really tempting, and I bet they're the first to go. They are mouth-watering. Nothing like a warming tart to get everyone in the mood. Well, we've almost finished all the cooking, but I've left one of my favourite dishes till last, and the wonderful fern cotton is going to help me cook it.
I am feeling so excited. There's sort of a Christmas tingle that's going throughout my body right now with excitement. But I just want to be Teacher's pet and to do well, and for Mary to be my new best friend. So for me, there's a lot riding on it.
As you can see, we're really ready for Christmas.
I know.
And you, actually, nobody's seen your shoes. Lift your shoe up. Look at that. That is really
There
good.
they are.
Aren't they
I'm
great?
glad that we've done that, Mary, because otherwise I wore them for no reason. So I'm glad we got those sparkly beauts on camera.
And they are very comfy.
They're great for cooking. I can nip about there, here. I'm anywhere you want me to be, Mary, in these shoes.
Have you ever made a chocolate roulade?
You know what? I haven't ever made a chocolate roulade before. You know what puts me off? The rolling bit. Is that not really tricky?
You'll find out, young lady.
Let's get things started by melting some dark chocolate and mixing together 175 grams of caster sugar with 6 egg yolks.
And what are you kind of waiting for it to go?
I'm waiting for it to go light in colour and also really thick. Can you just go and stir that and see
Oh, yeah,
how
that's
it's getting on
how's that
with the
going?
chocolate? Is it nearly done?
It's nearly there.
Lift it off then, I think. That's it. And we'll put it straight in here.
Oh, look at that.
There we are. Now
Okay.
just turn that on. Those I'm just going to wash because we want them absolutely sparkling clean to do the egg white. So I'll just do that.
Let me wash though. You can't be doing the washing up.
I'm good at washing
Are
up.
you sure?
Yes.
Okay, right. I've watched Mary on TV forever, and even sort of being in Mary's presence is very exciting. But to actually cook with her, that is like you've played football with David Beckham, you've done maths with Einstein.
Make sure you don't press any of
No,
those
I
buttons.
won't. I'm not taking your hand off Mary.
I could lose all my fingers.
Do you know what I mean? This is up there.
That's it.
Goodness me.
Fern needs to beat those egg whites until they're nice and stiff. I think she has the knack.
Lovely.
Good.
Add a couple of spoonfuls to that lovely gooey chocolate mixture.
And just sort of stir it in, and that'll slacken it down. Now I can put the rest in.
Yeah.
How about you folding it in? You're doing that beautifully, but you've made a few cakes in your time, haven't you?
I have. You know, I've got many of your books at home, but I often skip the pages where I see a roulade because I just think there's no way that I could make that happen. So this is good to face a fear today.
Well, you're doing it really, really well.
No such thing as too much chocolate. So why not give it more flavour with 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder?
Let it just...
Oh, I mean, that is an absolute dream. Let me dive into that gorgeous chocolateness. In our house, whenever we put anything in the oven that's a bake, we say, "Good luck, cake." That's what the kids have to shout.
Good luck.
Good luck, cake. Don't drop the tin, don't drop the tin, don't drop the tin. That would be really embarrassing.
Here we are.
Good luck, cake.
It will cook at 160 fan for about 20 minutes. Time to indulge in a bit of chocolate decoration. I'm sure Fern will love this. Spread out some delicious warm melted dark chocolate. Then get artistic with the white.
That's perfect.
Ah, there we go.
Different directions. That's fantastic.
That is such a simple and effective way, isn't it, of making it look really fancy and like you're really
That's just
skilled.
perfect. Do you like white chocolate? Because I do.
It's a bit sickly, but I do like it.
Well, okay, we're obviously doing the wrong...
You have that one, I'll have this one.
getting on?
Should we get a
with
move
it?
on?
Now for even more richness. Whipped cream with a dash of Irish booziness.
I'm a real lightweight as well, Mary, so if I go crazy on the roulade at the party, it's game over.
Oh, good. Well, we'll have 2 slices. There we are.
With the sponge cooked and completely cooled, we've come to the bit Fern was worried about. It's easy there. Dust some baking paper with icing sugar, then turn out the sponge.
Over it goes. That's just perfect.
There she goes.
Yeah?
I think it's still stuck in there, Mary.
No, it's not. It needs a little
Oh,
pull.
there we go. Look at that. Oh, beautiful.
Spread on that lovely boozy cream and don't hold back.
That looks beautifully even. doesn't
Yeah,
it?
good.
Now we come to the rolling. But a little tip is to go along here, not going through, but just making an indentation all along there.
Does that just help to kind of get the roll tighter in the middle?
You're just like. So I'm going to start you off and you
Please.
finish it. Lift that up and then actually break it there. And that starts the roll. So let the paper do its work and do that. Okay?
Right. You make it look so easy, and I have a feeling it's not going to be.
But watch what you're doing. That's right. You don't need to use too much pressure. That's right.
It's still looking pretty straight.
That's it.
Oh my goodness, we've done it.
It is really beautiful. And when it gets to this stage, you might just have to give it a little,
That looks satisfying.
just shape it up and expect it to crack like a Yule log. Doesn't it feel like?
That feels sensational.
Slip in those white and dark chocolate shards.
Oh, how adorable. Like a little festive hedgehog.
Do you know, you should be really proud of that. It is tricky to get that lovely spiral at the end, and you've achieved it.
The roulad's a success. Now Fern's going to make one of her dishes for me.
I'm quite nervous about doing my recipe with you. I hope you like it. I'm going to be cooking Christmassy stuffed squash with pesto vegetables and topped with goat's cheese. It's a long title. So we're going to start off by just slicing off the top. Then if you just scoop out all the seeds and the insides.
It's almost like doing a melon as you take the
Yeah.
seeds out.
They are. You pop them flesh side down in a big roasting tray like this. And you're going to just put a little bit of water in that roasting tray. So when you pop them in the oven, they steam.
At Christmas time, there's so much meat and turkey
Yeah.
and sausages and things. This is a lovely option.
Well, it is because I don't eat meat, so Christmas can be sometimes like a bit bleak.
Fern's roasting her squash in the oven at 180 fan for a good 35 minutes. Plenty of time to make the filling. She's got me to saute 4 chopped carrots, a couple of sliced leeks, and some crushed garlic. What I'm intrigued about is Fern's non-dairy pesto, made with cashews, oil, basil, and mint, and no cheese.
So now we're going to whiz all of this together.
Looks interesting.
Right, you can be honest if you don't like it.
I like that spread on toast, you know. Blow the avocado. I'll do. This would be lovely.
The leeks and carrots are finally soft and ready for one of Fern's favourites, quinoa.
The mere mention of them, I mean, it's an awkward word to even say without sounding like a wally. And people go, oh, it's got quinoa in it. But actually, it's I think how you cook it. And it can taste very bland and plain. But if you know what sort of marry it with and what flavours to use, it can be really delicious. So hopefully, if there are any quinoa naysayers, we can change their minds at the party.
Once we fill them, we're finishing them off with sun-dried tomatoes. A a dollop of Fern's dairy-free pesto, and if you like, a sprinkle of goat's cheese. Then back in the oven just long enough for a quick tidy up and to let that delicious cheese slowly melt.
They do look great, don't
Oh,
they?
thank you, Mary.
And nothing could be more Christmassy than that, and that green and red, and then the sort of white snow on the top.
Mary, I'd love it if you try a bit now.
I need absolutely no
I might get stuck in as well. Why not?
I'm going to get a little bit of everything.
I'm happy with that.
You're happy with it. I'm overjoyed with it. Well done. Absolutely. I'm in for another one.
So glad you like
It's
them.
really, really good, and I think it'll appeal to everyone.
Day made, week made, year made. Christmas is on.
I think we're ready. I'm so proud of them. They've done really well. I can't wait for them to walk in and see what they've accomplished.
What an effort, a magnificent piece, worthy of any Christmas celebration. Now all we need are friends and family. This really is a time that brings everyone together. My wonderful godchildren, my daughter, my dear friends, colleagues, and of course those wonderful cooks.
Now, look in pride of place, your cake. Weren't you proud?
Oh, I am.
And look, your ginger cake.
Look at
isn't
that.
it good?
Looks fantastic.
Now, Adil,
Yes.
have you had a rissole in your life?
I've never had a rissole. I've been looking forward to having a rissole with you, Mary, for quite some time. So what's in them? What are they? So it's a
Corned beef,
yes,
mashed potato, and some ketchup,
ketchup.
and some herbs.
Ketchup, Mary, ketchup. It's poison, isn't it?
No.
Come on.
Oh, y'all have whatever's going. Thank you so much. Are you not proud?
Oh, this looks absolutely gorgeous.
Oh my, that's my pavlova.
Did you make that?
Well, with great instruction from Mary.
So, how about cheers?
Yes.
Merry Christmas.
And thank you all. You are quite brilliant. I'm very proud of all of you.
Thanks for having
Merry,
us.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, it's a very, very Christmas.
Before we eat, I have one last recipe, a cocktail guaranteed to kickstart any party.
Come on. I need help. I'm going to make MB Zinger. It's cranberry juice and bitter lemon, but there's a few more ingredients. So in goes cranberry juice, and it's half as much bitter lemon as cranberry juice.
Okay, I love MB Zinger. Your signature cocktail, Mary.
Exactly, and very Christmassy because it's pink, and of course it gives it a bit of a sparkle.
Yes.
And then a few slurps of brandy.
Here we
That
are.
just makes it. Do you have a look at that much? Okay.
Yes.
A little squirt of lime with some mint, fresh
Okay.
mint.
Well, this looks quite potent.
Well, it's just however much brandy you put in it.
I love your parties.
But it's such a Christmassy colour, don't you think?
It is.
Like that, and must be cold. And if you're doing it for children, leave out the brandy. But for us, we've got it there.
For us, I mean.
For us, there we are.
Right.
Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas. Wow.
Warming winter.
2 of these, and well, I'd be no good for anybody.
bit generous with the brandy, won't we?
First rule of Christmas: don't drink too much on an empty stomach.
So I've got good news. I think we should eat.
I hope everyone enjoys this wonderful table. As well as my ginger glazed ham with mustard sauce, bite-sized turkey burgers, and those delicious squash, brie and cranberry tarts. There's also Fern's vegetable and quinoa squash, the excellent beanies, and of course, Alex's mum's special no-fuss corned beef